As welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back here in Lewis County Scoop, Facebook and YouTube. Lewis County Sports Director Remington Yates on the call. Avery Olmeyer of Canton, Missouri on the color. As Avery, it's going to be an interesting one. You look at these two teams, you look at where they are, what they've lost. Mainly what Canton has lost after last year and what Highland has gained. I think you've got a pretty interesting matchup here tonight.
Yeah, it should be a competitive one. Both these teams have had good starts to the season, and I'm really excited to see this game. It's always intense. The boys' side of the rivalry as well. Usually a little bit of chippiness, and that's always welcome in a rivalry.
Well, the boys for Highland have struggled this year. You know, they've been looking for that first win. They finally got it in the consolation championship game of the Highland tournament where they played Q&D JV. And like Coach Thomas said, it doesn't matter if they have JV next to their name. They still wear that Q&D on their vest. And so still a big win for them in all honesty. And you look at the Q&D boys varsity team, they're still undefeated over on the Illinois side of things. So
yeah,
those guys get to practice with that every day.
The JV a very good team.
Yes. And so the Cougars finally pick up their first win of the season, and now they got that win out of the way. They've got the nervousness of getting a win out of the way, and they're going to look to try and continue their winning ways here today. You look at the Canton Tigers on deep run into the playoffs, going all the way for the state championship game, falling short to the Eugene Eagles. And now they look to try and do it again this year if they can, but they've lost a lot. But they still have, a few pieces from that team. You got a guy who's an absolute dog in Drew Gobbin. You got Caden Oliver who could just really find his way to the rim and find some scoring from outside the yard and everything. But the biggest thing that has stuck out to me for this Canton Tigers team, though, they can't stop a lot of offense. They don't have the size and the physicality to be able to do it. And so, but they're able to shoot the lights out when it comes down to it. So they're definitely, they're a team you got to stop offensively. And if you can stop them offensively and keep scoring, you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
But I think they might put up a bit of a challenge for these Highland Cougars.
Yeah, they did lose a lot of size last year, but they did keep a lot of the guys that kept the scrappiness into the game. And they try to bring that with every game, and hopefully we'll see some competitive action tonight.
Well, let's see if I can remember our starting lineup. If I'm going to do anything, I'm going to say Canton's Drew Gottman. So let's go Drew Gottman, Hayden Oliver, Bryson Brewer.
Ian Murbridge.
Yes, I should have known.
Blake Sparrow.
Blake Sparrow. It literally came to me right as you said it. I looked, I was going up, and I saw Sparrow. I'm like, definitely Sparrow. And I was about to get to Ian Murbridge. Definitely, a few of those guys from last year. New face in the starting lineup, but a very similar last name. It's Bryson Brewer, the younger brother of Preston Brewer, who is in the crowd tonight as well.
Yeah, I saw him. I went over and talked to him earlier, so yeah.
And so they get set for this game here. You look over on the Highland side, your starting lineup will be Kason Bartz, Kason Bliven, Briscoe Post, and Bryce Johnson. And the fifth is kind of up in the air, so we'll see who they pick. We've seen Christopher Gauss, and sometimes I believe the freshman who I'm most excited about as well this year is Cooper Hint, the younger brother of Lane Hint. Now, if you watched, the last kind of few years of Highland and Canton basketball, you had two big guys go at it underneath the rim, and Preston Brewer and Lane Hint.
Yeah.
And so now I'm like, if these two guys in a growth spurt, those down low battles are going to be pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, it will be.
But we got some exciting young basketball, and of course, one of the players that have been most impressive to me this year as well, especially from where he was in the freshman last year, where he is now, Bryce Johnson. The kid has put in absolute just work, and he's been just so fun to watch. He's physical. He can get under the rim. So he's able to find some scoring opportunities now, and he just plays defensively so well.
Yeah, I feel like both these teams kind of fit that scrappy mentality, so it should be a very, very good game.
And so we got about 4:58, and now let's talk about the coaching here. You got Dalton Arbitrarican, who has been here for quite a while now. He has led this team to a state championship game and has continued to just bring success out of the Canton Tigers. Then you look over at the men's side, and you have Matt Tuck, first-year head coach. This man has been in the area for a very long time. He did go down, though, a little bit to the Warrenton area. They coached down there a little bit on the assistant side, but he used to coach at Palmyra. He used to coach up at Central Lee. And so now he comes to Highland, and he's got the head coaching position, and he is just looking to build his culture. He's looking to play something here, and he's looking to build.
Yeah. Obviously, Can's had a lot of consistent coaching, but hopefully Highland will get that. I mean, it's very common at the high school level to get coaches that 1-2 years and done. I mean, that's pretty common with small schools, but whenever you get consistent coaching, I feel like you can really make an impact, and hopefully that'll be the case for the Highland Cougars.
I tell you what, I wonder how many of these kids, though, because we talked about how like some of these kids are friends and everything like that, and everything, even though they're from different schools,
Grew
they're
up
from
together,
the same,
usually.
they're from the same county. They play summer ball together and everything. If it was duck season right now, how many of these kids are going to go out duck hunting after this?
A good number, I feel like.
If this is like a Saturday morning game, and it's like, well, we got some time, let's go duck hunting afterwards.
Exactly.
There's probably a few of these guys that just go out, find a blind, and go hunting somewhere. And that's what I love, especially when you get over to the other side of the river, QHS, Q&D. It's a great rivalry game. It's so much fun to watch.
Yep.
And some of the kids are going to go be friends afterwards. They're going to go hang out or whatever after the games and everything. And it's the same here. These guys are still going to play together. They're going to be friends. They're going to talk to each other and everything. They won't see each other in school, of course, because, well, they're going to different schools.
I feel like that's what makes high school basketball fun, is you play against guys that you've known for most of your childhood, most of your life up to that point. And college basketball is not exactly like that. You usually import guys from across the country. So
and it's always fun when you get to play against guys that you did grow up with in college, when your past just somehow beat and stuff, because you guys decide to go to rival schools in a conference or something like that. We've seen that a few times. But it's definitely going to be interesting tonight. Highland and Canton, we got about 2:39. Avery, I'm getting a little tired of talking. Let's take a little bit of a break. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right, we'll be back here on Lewis County Scoop Sports after a quick work from our sponsors.
With the winter weather ending, your car is going to need a real deep cleaning, but you can't find the time. Take it to Sharp Custom Detailing in Lewistown, Missouri. They'll make your car look like it just came off the lot. Give us a call at 660-341-1269.
Shelter Insurance Agent Richard Horner looks forward to working with you on your coverage needs in the Canton area. Together, they'll work to see that your needs are met before something goes wrong. They realize that good customer service goes beyond business hours, so if you ever have any questions about your policies, you can call them at any time. Give the Richard Horner Shelter Insurance Agency a call today at 573-288-3734. That's Richard Horner, your shelter insurance agent serving the Canton area.
When fall arrives and you're searching for the perfect pumpkin, head to Autumn Harvest Farms just off Highway 24 in West Quincy. With pumpkins, family fun, and more, it's the place to be this autumn. Returning this fall. Don't miss it.
And welcome back here to Highland High School. Lewis County Shootout underway. Girls game, your final 60-33. Or 66-30 was your final score. Said the wrong score there. As taking a look here, if I am correct, Highland comes into this game 1-10 on the season. What do the Canton Tigers look like right now?
They're 7-5, and they're just coming off a big overtime win, 1-point overtime win over Schuyler County district opponent. So
yeah,
hopefully some momentum for the Tigers, and you're always going to want to keep it competitive on the Highland side in a big rivalry game. So
you got your teams with some momentum. I mean, Highland finally getting their first win and everything. And Canton coming off that big overtime win against a district opponent. And they'll have to meet them again in the district tournament. Hopefully be able to pull off a win as well. Well, you're not always guaranteed that. Maybe Schuyler kind of gets upset early on. I know Schuyler County is one of the better teams in that district.
Yeah, it's always hard to beat a good team twice.
And so no national anthem this time around. So we'll just go straight to the starting lineup. So Ian Burbridge. Yep, I think we got the starting lineup right. Yep, Blake Sparrow. Bryson Brewer. Jaden Oliver. And Drew Gutman. And Jaden Oliver, 14 points from a career milestone. 1,000 career points for Caden Oliver if he hits 14 tonight. Now, I know the Cougars are going to be trying to cut that down, though.
Yeah, we were talking to some of the Cougars before the game. It was their goal not to let him get to 1,000 tonight. So you never want that to be that to happen against you. So that's always the goal, I feel like.
But here's the problem. If you're trying to stop one guy, you're going to open yourself up for a lot of mistakes and everything. So they're going to try and do what they can here. And it looks like We do have a different starter. And it looks like they will go with the 15 of Cooper Hinton as their final starter for the Highland Cougars. I should have noticed that. Wow! Chris Gauss and Brighton Johnson getting up to shoulder bump each other. They got some height on that one.
They did.
What do you think? They got maybe about a good 5-10 feet off the ground, it seemed like. Jeez. Well, I think we'll get Briscoe post and Kate Oliver at the center. Yes, I think we got making that scoring table. So your starters for Highland, Kason Bartz, Kason Bliven, Briscoe Post, Cooper Hinton, Brighton Johnson. Oh, thank God the band's finally done for now. Oh, my ears. Here it is. As Peyton Oliver's able to get a hand on it, and Canton's able to come up with it. Canton wearing their usual reds with a white stripe down the side and white numbers. Highland and their whites with brown stripes down the side and brown numbers. You know, we at least have some good jerseys here in Lewis County, Missouri.
We do.
As Canton will be playing towards the left side, or the left side, they're playing to the left side, driving towards the net. And Highland will be going to the right. A foul will be called here. That's going to be called on the 15 of Cooper Hinton.
Yeah, it looks like Gottman's going to go to the line after the drive.
Gottman to the line. Sorry. Trying to do something. Coach Ashton Jacob will join us at the first quarter break, so we'll kind of take away from some of our advertisers to get that one done. That one up and in for Gottman. That one up. No good.
It's going to be lane violation down
Lane
low.
violation. I think that went on Cooper Hinton. So the young freshman still got some things to figure out, but still has been an impressive player for this team. Yeah. I'm trying to get all my coaches texted so I can get them up here for interviews. That one up and in, so he will make up for it. Briscoe Post will bring it up, passes up to Bright Johnson, and then cross over to Bliven. Bartz, my bad. Bartz will bring it up. I got two Casons here, one Bartz and one Bliven. Briscoe. So Bright finds Briscoe, goes up, no good. Cooper hit with the rebound, up and in for two. Cooper. And that's a freshman chance starting. You know you're going to hear that quite a bit, especially if Brewer is able to find a net. And Burbrand's able to keep it in, and so is Caden Oliver, but he passes it off to Kason Bartz. Bright Johnson goes up, not able to get it. Rebounded by Brewer. As here's for three. No good off the back of the rim, and Bliven gets the rebound. Here comes Bartz up the other way. Yeah. Take off at the first. As we are back here. Caden Oliver with it, and the wing. Still looking for 14 points. He's still looking for his first. He's going to drive. He's going to throw it up, and in for two.
Nice bucket there on 1 foot for Caden Oliver.
He is an incredible talent that makes me excited for where he might go in his career. He's a good baseball player, too. Right. Briscoe Post was looking to pass to Cooper Hinton, and Briscoe takes the blame on the pass. Says he should have passed that a little better. Caden Oliver will bring it up. He's got two. He's looking for 16. Or no, my bad. He's looking for 12. I got to count down, not up. What am I doing here? I'm a sports writer, and I can't figure out math. Gottman finds Burbridge. It passes out to Oliver. Oliver faking it. He's looking. He's going to try. No good as it goes out of bounds. And air ball.
Yeah, good contest there from Bliven. I think Oliver's looking for a foul from the referee, but
yeah, he's looking for it. the official kind of gets into it. Oliver is just kind of calm and collected, looks like. You know, that's the thing. Like when an official gets hot, when the guy's just asking about it, it's like, calm down, bud. Here's a drive pass out. Clark's with it to post. Post then goes. Cooper Hitt throws it up no good off the front. And Ian Burbridge on the rebound. That goes out of bounds. And
I think it's going to be off Bliven.
Yeah, it will be off Bliven and will stay with the Tigers. And I'll tell you what, Bliven is a guy that plays with his heart on his shoulder. He's emotional. He gets out there. He gets excited about stuff. And he's just all over the place.
Sometimes that's what you need on the defensive end, though.
Brewer brings it up, then he passes it over to Gottman. Gottman then goes over to Brewer. Brewer up top, looks around, kind of close to the far side. He gets into the paint, but he passes it out to Sparrow. Sparrow looking to try and drive down low pass. As it's flipped around, Bright Johnson picks it up and passes it across the case of Bartz. Bartz will bring it across midcourt. He's going to dribble it around, passes it into Hinton. Hinton out to Johnson. Johnson looks around. Bright will then pass it back out to Bartz. Bartz will then look back to Thomas, try and get some answers. As it's loud, you can barely hear anything. Bartz drives up in for two.
4-4, just under 5 minutes left to go here in the first quarter.
Only one foul in this game so far, and that's on the Highland Cougars, and that was early. As here's a three from Brewer. No good off the back of the rim. Bright Johnson, I don't know what he was doing there. Did a little bicycle
I think he was looking for somebody to contest him on the rebound. He tried to box him
I don't blame him. You know, with the way he plays, he's used to having to contend for it. As Blickman for three, no good off the rim. Briscoe post with the rebound, puts a little too much on that one. Wow, Gottman went for that one as it goes out of bounds. Gottman almost drove himself head first into the mat. That'd have been scary. And I remember when it was the Canton Puxico game. We lost our ears there for a second. That one out in Canton for two.
4 Bartz, I believe.
Yep. All right. We'll see here. Yep. Bartz with 2. He's got 4 on the day. Got with it. But I remember after the Puxico game, we did the post-game interviews, and Drew Gottman was the guy that came up clutch for the Canton Tigers in that game. And the words that were uttered were ingrained in my head forever. He's a dog.
Yeah, he's one of those scrappy guys we talked about pregame that stuck around and for another year for the Tigers, and they've retained some of that drive that they had last year. Certainly.
Cougars looking to figure out who's supposed to go and inbound it. Bliven will go back to inbound it because he's going to look. Bright Johnson's going to come back for it. And he'll pass it back across to Bliven. Bliven going to get some pressure from Sparrow. Pass it across the barn.
Got to get across.
Pressure from Burbridge.
Got 10 seconds here.
Thomas is going to look for a timeout. And he's called a timeout. Nobody's acknowledged the timeout.
It'll be a turnover.
Well, I guess not. So he looked like he gave a timeout signal, but no. Has 3:33 remaining. 6-4, though. Highland still has the lead. As Burbridge drives up, no good. Brighton Johnson rips it away. And then he gets the rebound. Bartz will bring it up, passes the corner. Bliven fakes it. He'll pass it back out to Bartz. Bartz looks around. Wow, my phone did that. That wasn't even us touching it. That was the phone. As loses it, Burbridge will pick it up. He'll bring it back. He'll pass it across to Oliver. Oliver going to drive. He's going to get in the paint. He's going to stop. He's going to step back a little bit. And he'll pass it over to Brewer. Brewer fakes it. He's going to drive. Goes up. Gets fouled. No. Ball rolled on the back of the rim. Didn't know if it was going to go in or out or in or out, and it went out. Timeout. We'll be taken by Highland. It'll be a 30-second. Let's take a break, Avery, and we'll be back.
Need rock, sand, fertilizer, grain, or feed hauled? Hoeing Trucking LLC has you covered. With over 25 years of experience, we deliver fast, reliable service across the Midwest. Family owned and built on trust, we move what matters, safely and on time. Call Hoeing Trucking today, 217-430-0130, or visit hoeingtruckingllc.com.
Thank you to our wonderful sponsors for bringing us onto the air every single time this year, whether it was the football season, now we get into basketball, and I'm excited about next week, Avery. Tony Lanzini tournament in Palmyra, Missouri, one of my favorite tournaments of the year.
Always a fun tournament, always action-packed too. 4 games at the beginning of the week, every night. So, and four games back-to-back for these two teams.
Oh, don't remind me. I got a busy night on Monday.
2 Canton games and 2 Highland games that night.
Thankfully, it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so I don't have to go to work or anything. Is that one up? And in for Brewer. The young freshman finally finds some points here today. Going up and in for Brewer. Bliven will inbound it. He's going to look around. As Johnson's going to come back and he's going to chuck it up to Parts. Parts has a bit of a break, but Burbridge gets in front of him. Parts stops. He's going to spin on a jump shot. No good. Oh, Brighton Johnson will steal that one away from Brewer. Bryson passes it up to Gottman. Gottman in the corner. Was not able to go up with it. As he looks around, now he's going to chuck it across over to Sparrow. Sparrow's going to step back. We'll go to midcourt. As looks like we'll get a substitution. Noah Bringer will come in here soon. Pass over to Oliver, and Bliven had to truck through Sparrow to try and get to Oliver, and we'll get a foul. Jason Bliven will be called for the foul. Because that'll be the third foul for Highland. Let's see, who am I missing on the fouls? Super Hinton I got. I don't have Briscoe Post. Post get called for a foul. Oh, it must have been on the Brewer one. Pass out through the corner for Brewer or Sparrow. Sparrow then trying to chuck it out. Not able to. He's going to find Brewer, though. Brewer has to pick it up off the ground. That one up and in for two.
Nice second effort there for Brewer.
Stayed on it, didn't give up, and he definitely got it up and in. Bliven looking to try and break out. Now some pressure being put on by Canton this game. As Gottman's able to come in and pick it off from Cooper Hinton. And we're going to shoving foul. And that, I believe, will be on Parts.
Just a little over 2 minutes left in this first quarter.
And Thomas, when he's on the sideline and he's talking with Hint there, you can just see that he's kind of yelling at everything. He's an intense coach. He wants them to understand what he wants them to do, and he definitely gets his points across. As there's a drive from Brewer, but Post swipes it away. Now here's a drive up and in for two. Ian Burbridge. Good second opportunity from Burbridge, but Post with a big defensive stop there. That could really hurt some momentum, and Bliven will try and drive. We'll get a foul. Was that a charge?
Yeah, it's going to be a charge on the screen.
Cooper Hinton will get called for the foul. It'll be his second, and I believe he'll go sit down. And so they'll bring in Christopher Gauss. No, they're going to also bring in Brock Schneider, who's taking out. You weren't ready yet. We were still trying to figure out our substitutions. Okay, there we go. Now we got to figure it out. Bartz was going in for Schneider was going in for Bartz. And Brock Schneider, he's been able to put in some minutes for this Highland Cougar team this year so far. As Noah Bringer looking to drive on the baseline, down low pass. Gottman thought about going for two. Then he chucks out to Burbridge. Burbridge going to drive in. Step move up and in, and a blocking will be called on Brighton Johnson.
Yeah, very physical move there from Sparrow. And he got the bucket, and be looking to convert the three-point play here.
Blake Sparrow went up for the two, and now he looks for three. This one up. No good as Christopher Gauss gets the rebound. Christopher Gauss also enters the game as he came in for Cooper Hint. Brock Schneider with it. Now he goes across, hands it off to Bliven. Bliven then goes to Gauss on the wing. Gauss on the near wing looks. He'll pass it over to Brighton Johnson. Johnson looking around on the far wing. As Kane Oliver tips it, he'll pick it back up, though, as Johnson will then fake the handoff. Down low past to Gauss. Gauss stops, spins, trying to drive in, not able to. As he goes up, no good, but he'll get the foul. 42, that'll be Drew Gottman on the foul. First foul for Canton. That one up, no good. Christopher Gauss at the line. This one up and in. Brewer brought it up, hands it off to Gottman, who then goes to the far wing with Bringer. Bringer looking around on the far wing. Oliver comes up, but he doesn't do anything. Bringer then gives it off to Sparrow. Then it goes to Gottman. Gottman on the far wing being defended by Brighton Johnson. Hands it off to Oliver. Oliver looking, being defended by Bliven. Bliven told us he'd have to be on Oliver tonight. Oliver looks out, gives it to Brewer. Brewer shoots for three. No good. Bounces out. Rebound by Burbridge. Or Sparrow, my bad. Briscoe post gets it out and it's picked off by Noah Bringer. Bringer shoots mid-range up. No good.
Trying to get a transition three there and
goes out of bounds. 11.1 seconds and it will be Cougar ball. Bart's going to come in for Brighton Johnson.
Just 11 seconds left in the first quarter, and the Tigers are up by 5.
12-7 the score. Bart's gets it in, or Schneider gets it into Bart's. Bart's going to bring it up. 7 seconds remaining. 6, 5. Bart's up. Briscoe post on a rebound up and in for 2. Holy jumping. And that one up no good. As your final in the first quarter, 12-9 your score. We'll take a break and be back here on the Lewis County Scoop Facebook and you. Actually, we'll just stay on the air here as Coach Ashton Janko will join us here. Hopefully, we got some time here. As well, Coach, welcome and congratulations on the big win. What did you like out of your girls here tonight?
I definitely liked our ball movement on the offensive end. It seemed like we did a good job of getting sides to the floor and making the right reads and get the ball to the right spot, and then just putting the ball in the basket. Seemed like we struggled there right at the beginning, but as the game went on, it seemed to get a little bit easier and started hitting some shots.
I talked about it in the pregame show. You and Daniel Baker both are mothers and have some young ones and everything. How much do you all talk with each other and everything, especially when you're dealing with the kids and all that?
Yeah, I mean, we see each other around, obviously, with Lewis County and play each other at least once, if not more, during the season. So, it's kind of nice to have somebody else that gets it and gets the basketball grind and doing it with young kids and being a business owner too, the way she runs her business. So yeah, it's fun and just to have somebody similar in that way in the profession.
And so now you go and you're going to start conference on Friday against Clark County. I mean, what's getting you excited and ready for this conference?
Yeah, I like the way we're progressing and the way we're playing. We're continuing to get better on the offensive end, and then same thing defensively, just buckling down and making sure we're doing the little things. But yeah, it's just our conference is really tough. It's really good. And so we got to come ready, and it'll be good competition for us and just get us that much more ready for postseason.
Well, Coach, I wish we had more time, but sadly we got to get back into the game here. But thank you for your time.
No problem. Thank you.
That was Coach Ashton Janko after the huge win over the Canton Tigers. And now we've got the boys game going on. Briscoe posted for a drive, but got called on a travel in the paint. As now the Tigers are looking to try and get some points here. Here's a drive from Bringer. He goes up. No shot. Will go on the baseline. I think that'll go on post. Yep, that will be called on post. Post doesn't really agree with it. He just kind of put his arms out.
It's going to be his second foul.
And I don't know who drove the foul, but they kind of ran into him.
Post is going to check out of the game here for DeClue.
Drew Gottman also checks out of the game for a Ken as down low pass for Burbridge up and in for 2. March with it now. He's going to bring it up. Get a screen from Gauss. Now he's going to drive. Now Brock Schneider in the corner. He's going to drive across. Then gets it to Bliven. Bliven then over to Casey DeClue. Casey DeClue in the wing. Stops, spins over. March looking around, trying to find some. Pass it up top to Schneider. A little dangerous pass. Gauss, big jump up and in for 2. I told you, this guy can jump, can he?
Yeah, he flew up in the air. Just a nice little 3-foot bunny right there.
Brewer with it, hands it off to Oliver. Oliver so far only 2 points, I believe, so far tonight. Yep, only 2 points. He's going to drive that one up. No good. Rebounded by Casey Barnes. Still relatively close game. 14-11 your score. Canton leads. Second quarter of action. Over to Bartz. Bartz looking. He's in the wing. He's going to drive in and pass it out. Brock Schneider for 3. Hey, Brock Schneider.
Big 3 there from the Cougars. Tie it up 14-14.
Got to try and keep Canton away from the threes as well because they can hit them as well. Bringer stops, passes it across over to Brewer, then gives it to Oliver. Oliver, Brewer on a screen there, no charge, no block. Gives it out to Brewer. Brewer fakes it. He's going to look around, then he passes it up top to Bringer. Bringer then brings it near side for Sparrow, who gets called on a travel. Multiple substitutions. Cooper hit Brighton Johnson and Briscoe Post back into the game. Oh, gosh, my nose is starting to get runny here. Here we go. Jason Bartz gets to bring it up. It's a pass, mid-court, passes it over to Johnson. Johnson will then pass it out to Cooper Hinton, who'll give it up top near center court to Bartz. Bartz will then go over to Cooper Bliven. Bliven gives it to Cooper Hinton, who goes up and in.
First lead of the game since 2-0 here for the Cougars.
There's a drive, swatted away. Brewer tried to go up, and Briscoe Post said, no, you stay down here. My goodness, how do you stop a big man like that? Gives it to Caden Oliver. Oliver going to look. Going to pass it into Burbridge. Burbridge being defended by Brian Johnson. Burbridge going to drive. Get in the paint. Throws it up. No good. Down for the rebound. Bringer gets it out, but it'll be a jump ball. Thick jump ball call there. Coach Daniel Baker will join us at the intermission of the third quarter. As there's a drive, Oliver up, no good, rebounded by Brighton Johnson. Now over to Bartz. Drive from Bartz, that one up, no good. Rebound, post, up, no good. Post again, up, and in for two. And a timeout going to be called, and the Cougars have momentum. Oh my goodness, 30-second timeout from the Canton Tigers. We'll take a break and be back here on the Lewis County Scoop.
Shelter Insurance Agent Richard Horner looks forward to working with you on your coverage needs in the Canton area. Together, they'll work to see that your needs are met before something goes wrong. They realize that good customer service goes beyond business hours, so if you ever have any questions about your policies, you can call them at any time. Give the Richard Horner Shelter Insurance Agency a call today at 573-288-3734. That's Richard Horner, your shelter insurance agent serving the Canton area.
And we are back here, Lewis County Scoop Sports, Highland Cougars, Canton Tigers. Remington Yates, Avery Olmeyer on the call. Oliver passes it over to the 14 of Colton Baker, who's entered the game. Baker stops, passes it out to Gottman. Gottman looks, then he'll pass it over to Bringer. Bringer's going to shoot for three. No good off the back of the rim. Briscoe Post comes in with the rebound. So this was the thing that I thought was going to be a bit of a thing for the Cougars, was the size advantage they have. When you got a big man like Briscoe Post, I think you definitely got a bit of an advantage here. That one up, no good. Cooper Hinton gets the rebound, goes up, and in for two.
Yeah, great game so far from Cooper Hinton. He's got 6 points already.
Now 20-14, the Cougars with a big lead here. As Peyton Oliver trying to find something, gets it over to the 14 of Colton Baker. Baker was intended for Burbridge. It goes back over and back to Paul, and it'll be Cougar ball. Brewer re-enters the game for Colton Baker. Baker frustrated with his performance. Bliven passes it out to Post. Post to Bartz. Bartz on the other end of the cart. Matt Thomas gives the call. Bartz gets it across midcourt. He's going to stop. Being defended very well by Burbridge today. There's it to Brighton Johnson. Johnson looks. Hands to Bliven. Bliven looks. He's trying to get a screen, and he's going to drive. Then he passes it out. Bartz thought about it. Now he's going to drive into the paint. Trying to get it out to Cooper Hinton. He's able to still get it. Hit mid-range. Up. No good. Battle for the rebound. Cooper Hinton ends up with it. Pass it into Johnson. Johnson drives up and in for two.
8-point lead for the Cougars, 22-14, with just about 3.5 minutes left here in the second quarter.
Blake Sparrow gets set to come in. Here's a drive up. No good. Battle for the rebound. It's Brewer. Brewer tries to go up. He'll put it up and no good. Brighton Johnson comes out with the rebound, but gets it off the Briscoe Post. And Briscoe Post gives it to Bartz. Parks loses it, though, as here comes Burbridge back the other way. Bliven tried to swipe it, but a travel on Bliven's going to be called for Burbridge. That will be a turnover.
Yeah, you can feel in this crowd a lot of momentum for the Cougars, especially on their home court and getting out to an early lead. So let's see if they can take advantage.
Bartz up top, passes to Brighton on the near wing. Brighton looking around. Passes it in the corner to Post. Post looking around. Passes it in. Down low to Brighton Johnson. Johnson goes up. He'll get fouled. Kent's first foul. We'll see who's in trouble here.
It's going to be Drew Gottman's second foul.
That one up and in. Brighton looking for a second shot. 2:47. This one up. No good. Battle for the rebound. Cooper Hinton ends up with it. Gives it to Johnson. Johnson spins up. No good. Rebounded by the 20 of Leighton Logston. And another travel on Sparrow. I think that's 3 travels on the Canton Tigers. Clark will bring it up. Puts across midcourt. Clark trying to drive. A lot of physicality in this game. Parks passes it out to Bliven. Bliven then over to Johnson. Johnson out in the corner. Then finds Hint. Hint looking, trying to drive. Passes out. Parks for 3. No good off the rim. Logston goes up. You get a foul. They'll go the Tigers' way. Cooper Hint will get called for the foul. It'll be a stir. And that's going to hurt the Cougars. Brock Schneider and Bright Johnson. Or Brock Schneider and Cooper Hinton will go out. Brock, am I saying things right? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Christopher Gallus and Brock Schneider into the game for Bright Johnson and Cooper Hinton. Here's a drive up, no good. Rebounded by Bartz.
Yeah, the Tigers haven't gotten anything in the past few possessions.
Jason Bartz looking, goes into the wing. He's trying to beat the 34 of Xavier Clay. Briscoe post up top. He's going to shoot for 3. No good off the rim. And we're going to foul, I think.
It's going to be over and back on Gauss.
Okay. Hayden Oliver going to bring it up. He's still searching for 12 points. Oliver passes it to Clay. Clay going to drive in. Mid-range. He's going to throw it up. No good, but rebound launches it up way too much on that one. Then Post with the rebound. Bartz with it. Look, stops. Trying. He's almost swiped away by Brewer. Gives it over to Gauss. Gauss back in play. Gauss hands it to Bliven. Bliven to Bartz. Then to Post. Post looking to drive in. Gets in. Puts it up. And in for 2. The Tigers have got to find a way to stop these Cougars right now. Here's a shot for 3. No good. If he'd have hit that, that'd have silenced the crowd. Gauss on the rebound. Gets it over to Bartz.
It's going to be a foul on Sparrow on the reach in, and like you said, the Tigers got to find a way. They've gone 16 and the Cougars have gone on a 16-0 run since 14-9 earlier in the first quarter.
Jeevan Nedley. Here's a shot from 3. Brock Schneider, no good. He's not going to find it again. Briscoe Post comes in though, gets the rebound. Kind of had to do a little shoulder bump, but no call made. As here comes Bartz. Bartz stops. He's looking, spins, underhanded, up and in. Wow, are you kidding me?
I have no idea how that went in. He just put that one up there for about 10 feet.
He underhand tossed it, and it went in. I don't know how. Oliver brings it up, barking orders. He passes it over to Brewer. Brewer looking, trying to find something to get in. He gets in the paint, goes up. No good. Battle for the rebound. It's Briscoe Post.
Yeah, Tigers definitely having trouble with the height of the Cougars so far. Just 13 seconds left here in this quarter.
Gauss with it on the wing. Cougars are going to wait. Down low. Briscoe Post up. No good. Peyton Oliver brings it back. 4 seconds. Oliver, mid-range, up. Hits it at the buzzer. And now he looks for 10, as now it is 27-16. The Tigers have got some things to talk over, and they'll go do that. Meanwhile, the Cougars are sitting well, but that doesn't mean they can just take a break. They're going to go sit at halftime, discuss things over, and come back in and hopefully pick up the win. I'm Sports Director Remington Hayes, alongside me, Avery Olmeyer. We'll take a halftime break. Hopefully, maybe get our halftime interview up here. Maybe. I don't know. He's probably still down signing books, though. So maybe try and get him after the games. I don't know. We'll see what we can do. We'll take a break and be back.
The Wild Tiger Boutique in Canton is your local game day boutique. They offer a curated collection of game day apparel and accessories for the entire family. Their collections include items for the home, jewelry and accessories, and an extensive line of apparel for local high school, college, and Greek life. Now's also the perfect time to check out their Valentine's collection. The Wild Tiger Boutique is open Monday to Friday 8 to 6 and Saturdays 10 to 2. Come in and see them in Canton or shop online at thewildtigerboutique.com, a proud supporter of the Canton Tigers.
As we are back, we are honoring Greg Logston down on the court.
Overshot, Greg. New score. I scored Lincoln for 12. 1994, you know, math education from the University of Missouri. Transfer coaches on the night girls squad in the older on the grassroots basketball work. Against the coach. For that, and I'm very prepared. When every game is coaching, Greg, his desire to empower the young kids, in particular, so his daughters compete in multiple sports. When he discovered that everyone else from that class industry serves as the distributor for Global Farm. He has also partnered with Cliff County native Rob Hill in owning and operating a real estate company that specializes in developing and providing rental properties to student athletes in Central Missouri. In the fall of 2024, he developed to the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame for his contributions to youth high school collegiate athletics. Even though Greg graduated from Lewis County, he had never heard about this roots. Boston Richmond broke Greg's scoring record. Greg said, and congratulated Austin. It also returned opportunity to a Greg from the crowd of those. Greg is mentor of Lewis County youth in the business, medical, and state league. Greg reached out also to congratulate local coaches on their accomplishments. Greg did not graduate Lewis County. A place that helped shape your successful businessman, they have been coached to the end of the day. Thank you, Greg. Girl, no. Thank you, James. That's what I want to fortunately, it's a goal here. I get probably this time and work from parents, getting together, all together, everyone to make that possible. And on behalf of girls golf team, I would just like to extend my thanks to everyone here and everyone that helped support our athletics time. Thank you, guys. Now we got to go for Alzheimer's in 2024 state championship softball. First of all, I just want to celebrate, thank you, and say congratulations on the success, especially the success of the new book. I did read it. I was hoping to read about River Storm and some baseball down in the Red Ballpark and it's 5 local minutes. But I'm glad to see Stephenville was in there. I appreciate that. I really do that. Like many of us here tonight, I've known Ray for a long time. Considered him a friend, not only is he a friend to me, to Highland High School. And my mom, when you look up proud alone in the dictionary, I think you see a picture of Greg Long. As long as I can remember for me personally, his name has been synonymous with Highland greatness. And because growing up, all my years, there was always a basketball out here in the trophy case that had his name on it. So growing up, me and young kids would look at that basketball and see his name and aspire to do great things and be a Highland great just like Greg was. Last year, our softball team won the Class 2 state championship. And shortly after that win, Greg reached out to me with congratulations. And what I thought was a joking offer of purchasing rings. I was sitting right over there in the pictures watching my daughter play junior high basketball. And as we texted back and forth, I realized the possibility is not joking. And I think I texted, right, I was taking the retire 5 or 6 messages, but I did not send them. Because none of it in my mind was adequate enough to respond to what I was called for. So I got up and walked in the counter and called him and talked to him and told him that that's too much. You don't need to do that. And he would hear it. You want him to do it. He loves Highland. He was proud of what we did. He was proud of what we do up here. And he insisted. So he got straight with Johnson Trevor, took care of every detail, paid for the cost. I think it was 24 rings. And if you've seen them, they're not small. They're heavy. So, so that kind of generosity doesn't come from just anyone. It comes from someone who believes in this community, someone who believes in the school, believes in giving back. It comes from someone who never forgets where it comes from. I'm confident that many people here can relate to this. One thing that I've experienced multiple times without fail is whenever I run into Greg anywhere, as I'm walking up to him, if he sees me, which I'm sure he does this with anybody he sees from Highland, he stops what he's doing, he turns to whoever he's with, and interrupts them and says, "You see him? He's from Highland. You show him some, let's say, darn respect." Multiple times, and we're going into it. That is our on behalf of the softball program, softball team, its players, coaches, parents. Greg, thank you for your generosity. Thank you for your example. Thank you for your unwavering pride and passion. You've made our championship experience even more special for each and every one of us. We're deeply, deeply grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, forevermore, I hope that if we see Greg lost and out and about, that we stop what we're doing, return to the interrupted and say, "See that guy, it's Greg Logston. He's a Highland Elementary. We show him our respect." So let's give Greg a big round of applause. Greg Carter is actually live sometimes in the usually children's day, and he allowed coaches the purpose, impact, and creating a lot of that. Greg signed his whole poster for $25 each, and the Gracie State matched the proceeds from the Dr. signing, donating 100% of those funds to the basketball program at Highland and Canton. On behalf of both Lewis County schools, please join me in thanking Greg for his generosity, giving spirit, with the presentation of the signed basketball by all players on both teams tonight. Thank you, Greg, for all. You were tonight, you know,
Yeah, but I believe that'll do it. So I don't think we're going to be able to get him up here. But, congratulations to Greg for everything that he has done and been a success in and everything. No, but they're only going to give us 4 minutes. I think they should just give us our whole time. And they're only going to give us 4 minutes at halftime. What the heck? I mean, yeah, we used up all that time for that, but I don't think that should count against us. What the heck? Anyway, a legend here at Highland High School, a legend at Culver-State College, but a legend of Lewis County, Missouri, and a Missouri Sports Hall of Fame. Well, Avery, you look at the game so far, and something between that first and second quarter just flipped, and the Highland Cougars went on a run.
Yeah, they were on a 16-0 run before the Caden Oliver buzzer beater at the end of the half, and hopefully for the Tigers that'll give them some momentum from their perspective. And I think the Cougars are going to look to try to take advantage of this lead, and I'm sure their coach will be telling them 0-0, go out there and grind it out. That's kind of mentality they need to have, and yeah, I'm sure we'll see a competitive second half.
Well, they're taking photos down here. Cam wants to warm up, but they're taking photos underneath the net, so Cam might not have much time to warm up. I think they're going to stop the clock here. So I think let's take a break. The band's being a little loud. Let's take a break. Thanks, fan breaks. Get the bills paid. We'll be back after this.
The Wild Tiger Boutique in Canton is your local game day boutique. They offer a curated collection of game day apparel and accessories for the entire family. Their collections include items for the home, jewelry and accessories, and an extensive line of apparel for local high school, college, and Greek life. Now's also the perfect time to check out their Valentine's collection. The Wild Tiger Boutique is open Monday to Friday 8 to 6 and Saturdays 10 to 2. Come in and see them in Canton or shop online at thewildtigerboutique.com, a proud supporter of the Canton Tigers.
Savings are here at Missouri Airco. Sweet Tooth Snickers share-size bars are 2 for $5. And try Hershey's 1 bar, 2 for $4. Great savings. Also, Icon Meats beef sticks are 2 for $6. Airco Rewards members get double the points on promotional items.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
Litter Feed Incorporated is dedicated to providing unmatched service, building relationships with our customers, and providing animal nutrition services backed by quality products. Stop in today, 103 South Elm Street, Lewistown, Missouri, a founding sponsor of the Lewis County Scoop.
Guys, welcome back. Didn't really get to do much of a halftime show by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, but we'll have to make do with what we had. And, of course, a big tribute to Greg Loxton. I don't know if anybody could actually really hear, but proceeds were donated and everything like that. Matched the book sales and everything, and a ball that was signed by all the players at tonight's games was handed to Greg Loxton as he makes his return to Lewis County for the first time in a long time. So it's definitely, it's a big thing. I mean, it's a big ordeal to finally have this Lewis County native come home and get to be around all these friends, family, and everything, and especially in a big rivalry game like we have tonight.
Yeah, great tribute for Greg Lawson at halftime, and we're going to get ready for a very competitive game here in the second half. Hopefully it gets a little bit more competitive, but the second quarter, like you said, Cougars just ran away with it.
Yeah, and I would even say, I wouldn't say looking for more competitive game. I think we want to look for the same competitiveness that was. This game has been physical. It's been a battle. It's just Highland went on a bit of a run there. Like you told me before, basketball's a game of runs, and Highland found one, and they went on a bit of a run. But we'll see if they can keep on doing it, as Canton will look to try and build a run of their own to get back into this game. As the buzzer will sound, everyone heads back to their seats, bleachers, and benches. The final plans we discuss. Yep, there we go. Finally, the band's done for now. But I mean, tonight has been an electric atmosphere. It's been a great night. Fun has been had by all. And we are just now in the second half of the boys' game. So we've still got a whole 16 minutes worth of action to play. And a quick interview with Coach Daniel Baker at the third. So out of the third quarter. Yeah, she's still here. I don't know where she went off to. Briscoe Post start things off here as he passes out the Barch. Barton off the post. Post, then down. Can't see the band kids are standing up, getting away. Cooper hitting up, no good. Gets his own rebound, but loses it to Burbridge, then gives it off to Oliver. Oliver needing 10 to get 1,000. Oliver going to drive. It'll go up, but it is whistled before, and so it'll be a foul on the floor.
It's going to be on Case and Blivin, it looks like.
Only a second, first and a third for the Cougars. Inbound into Brewer. Brewer looks around. He's got Oliver behind him as he goes over Blivin, but Bright Johnson, as it's mishandled, picks up the steal. I don't even know what you really call it. As there's a drive up, no good, and a whistle and a charge on Barnes. A little late there, but it will go on Barnes.
Yeah, a couple quick fouls for the Cougars so far in this quarter. Only 40 seconds left so far.
Barnes and Gobby were talking about it. They're down there laughing. Even Blivin was in on it. They were just laughing about it. It's a rivalry game, but you can still have laughs. And the drive that one up, no good. Rebounded by Cooper Hinton. Passed up to Barnes. Barnes does a cross, gets a screen for Cooper Hinton. Trying to get another one, gets it, but again, Burbridge just walks aside him. As Brighton Johnson wasn't expecting to pass, as it's stolen by Brewer, went behind the back. Here's a drive. Stop. And he goes up, and it's a Cougar ball.
Yeah, Brewer on that drive tried to go behind the back to evade the referee.
Yeah, he evaded the referee. He tries to go up. All ball contact. I mean, got his hands on it and stopped it. I believe. Who was that? It got the stop. As Briscoe Post in the corner gives it to Blivin, who's down low, passes it up to Barnes. Post. And I think it was Hinton that got it. As Blivin shoots for three. No good. As battle for the rebound. Picked up by Oliver. No whistle. I thought I heard a whistle. As here comes Caden Oliver with a drive. Stop. Drive. Up and in for two. Bryson Brewer on the two there. I lost you at the ball. March brings it up into the wing. Pass it over to Blivin. 27-18. There's still a chance for the Tigers to close this gap up. March looking, maybe, possibly. Nope, he's not going to. He's going to look for it. He's trying to get a screen. Hinton will go off on to another player. Then pass it over to Hinton from Barch. Hinton goes out to Johnson. Then over to Barch on the far wing. Then gives it to Hinton. Hinton then goes over to Post. Post for three. No good. It bounces out, but Post said he's going to get his own rebound. So here comes Post with a drive. Puts it up and in for two. Then gets the block.
It's going to be a block on Sparrow, and he looks like he's wincing coming down, but he's a tough kid. He looks like he's going to walk it off.
You know, finally getting to see the Tigers have to play a physical team like Highland, as physical as Highland's been. Canton's done really well with the physicality. I haven't just really got to see much of the physicality this year with the Tigers, but now I get to see it, and they have handled it pretty well. We just got to find some ways to get some stops. Pass it over. Bright Johnson got the rebound. Pass it over to Post. Post missed the free throw. And we're going to shove. As Armentrout's looking for an explanation. 29-18 your score here. It's a tied up at fouls, 2 for 2.
Yeah, I think there might have been a shove on the rebound, and then Oliver might have been frustrated with the shove and then did a retaliatory shove, and that was the one that got caught. They always say the retaliation is the one that gets caught. So
I would know. I watch hockey, so it's always the retaliation. You never retaliate in hockey because they'll always call you. They'll never call the initial. Hits it off to Blivin. Blivin will go to Post. Post will then go to Barch. Barch on the near wing, being defended by Burbridge. He's going to drive. And a shot by Barch.
scrappy first half for both teams so far.
There's a lot of charges this game. This is the most charges I've seen in a while.
Canton's still down by 11 with just over 5 left in the third quarter.
Caden Oliver brings it up. Oliver looks, tries to get it to Burbridge. Right, Johnson come look at Thomas, and Gets an explanation from Thomas what he needs to do. He takes the explanation as he looks around, tries to make sure what he can do. Gets it into Oliver from Burbridge. Oliver going to drive. Stops, looks, spin move up, way up as Parks comes in with the rebound.
Yeah, nice contest there from Hinton on the Oliver jump shot.
Parks going to drive up. Going to drive. Stop, spin move, mid-range up, no good. Burbridge with the rebound. Burbridge going to bring it up himself. 29-18. Things are slowing down a little bit. As Gottman thought about it, he's going to drive mid-range up. A little too, not too much on that one. As Hit will get it out to Barnes. Brian Johnson with it on the near wing, being defended by Caden Oliver. Oliver goes to the corner for Bliven. Bliven looks. He's going to find Hit down low. Hit tries. He looks it. Gets it back, however, and he finds Bliven, but no, just a little off. Goes out of bounds. Now we'll get a Tiger ball. Scrappy basketball here today.
Yeah, both teams have come out with a lot of physicality out of the halftime break.
Cougars with 4 fouls. I'm kind of off, I think, on my fouls here. So let's see. Hinton with 3. Clark with 3. We'll have to check it in a bit. Got it down low, finds, but no shot. It'll be a 4 foul. Well, it doesn't matter. It's going to be for 2 anyway because it's a 5th foul. Plays love it. It's like no shot. It's like, well, first off, we don't track shots for stats. Secondly, they send him to the free throw anyway. It's Brewer to go to the free throw line. A foul will be called on post. Oh, his 3rd, too. So some serious foul trouble for this one. Like someone dropped their drumsticks. Yes, they did that one up.
Yeah. With 4:02 left in the quarter, the Tigers are going to be in the bonus for the rest of the quarter. So
one up and in. So Brewer goes 1 for 2. Living will look to inbound it. Gets the Barnes. Some pressure going to be put on by the Tigers.
Burbridge is going to get called for a hand check.
That'll be his first foul, I believe. That would be the Tigers' 3rd in this quarter. Brian Johnson with it, looking. Pass it up to Cooper Hit. And we're going to jump ball here. Gottman got a hold of it on Cooper Hit.
Nice awareness from Gottman there to draw the jump ball after Hinton flashed the ball right in front of his face.
Cooper Hinton will go out for Christopher Gauss. Gottman inbounds it to Burbridge. Passed over to Oliver. Oliver on the near wing. Looks around. He's trying to find something. Gives it up to Sparrow. Sparrow going to go up and in for 2. Sparrow finds a lane. Is able to drive into the paint and go up. Bliven passes it into post. Posted across to Bliven. Bliven going to look around. Burbridge comes up on him. Passes to Gauss. Gauss is going to kind of cut across the court and gets it across midcourt. Bart's with it now, being battling with Burbridge. Loses it for a second. Then passes it over to Bliven, then over to post in the corner. Then to Bliven in the paint. Spin move up. No good. Bryce Johnson trying to go for the rebound, but Caden Oliver comes down with it. Oliver now brings it up. Oliver going to drive, then stops. Gives it to Brewer. Brewer looks. Now he's moving around. Now he gives it off to Sparrow. Sparrow. Then hands it out to Gottman. Gottman trying to go up. He gets contact. And that'll be Christopher Gauss, I believe, on the call. Yep, he will be on the foul. And timeout going to be taken by Coach Thomas. It'll be a full as we will take our break. 29-21 the score. Let's take a break and be back here on Lewis County Scoops.
From feed and fuel to fertilizer and farm supplies, Farmers Co-op has what you need. Call Mike Stauffer at 660-342-6788 and let your co-op keep your farm growing strong. Litter Feed Incorporated is dedicated to providing unmatched service, building relationships with our customers, and providing animal nutrition services backed by quality products. Stop in today, 103 South Elm Street, Lewistown, Missouri, a founding sponsor of the Lewis County Scoop.
And we are back here, 29-21. The Tigers have found a bit of a run, and Coach Thomas called a full timeout. We took about a 30-second break as he's discussing, and he's got the whiteboard. He's got his team going. And the Highland student section gets up. I'll tell you what, if there's going to be a difference maker, it might be the student section that makes a difference tonight. I've seen some student sections make some differences in games.
Yeah, that's still an 8-point lead for the Cougars, 29-21. 2:50 left in the third quarter, but the Tigers still have the double bonus, so see if they can take advantage of that, try to cut into the deficit.
Drew Gottman at the line. Lead for two. This one up and in. Drew Gottman has hit all of his shots from the free throw line so far today. And he'll stay perfect with the 4. 4 for 4 from the free throw line, I believe, for Gottman, as Barnes with a big grab there. As Burbridge almost came in with the steal there. Johnson steals that away from Caden Oliver, as they both had their hands on it, but Bright Johnson just ripped it away on the pass and keeps it with the Cougars. Bart's with it as he backs up. Now he's going to try and drive. He's going to get into the arc. He's going to stop. He's going to look out to Bliven. Bliven almost wide open. Pass it back to Barnes. No shot clock, so the Cougars can do almost anything they want as long as they don't turn it over. Gauss heads to Bliven. Bliven looks for Johnson, and Johnson doesn't want to get a hand on it. Oliver gives it into Burbridge. Frustrating for Johnson. He got his hands on it, but she couldn't corral it in. Pass across to Gottman. Gottman looks around. Pass it across to Brewer. Brewer looks around. Feels weird to say without saying Preston before. Oliver with it. He's going to shoot for 3. No good off the front of the rim. Bliven goes up against the rebound, and he passes it across the punch, but it's stolen by Burbridge. And now the ball goes out, and they'll say it's a Cougar ball.
Yeah, I think Coach Almentrout wanted a call off of a Highland player for based on how to bounce play, but he didn't get it.
He set the throw in his Bliven. Bit of pressure going to be coming from the Canton Tigers.
Yeah, they've dialed up the pressure so far in this second half.
Brock Schneider is entered the game. Pass across to Bliven. Bliven will then look to Gauss, who's got to jump up for that one. He had to climb a ladder just to get there.
Needs to get across the timeline here. It's going to be a 10-second ball.
Oh, no.
Not before they call a timeout.
Wow, close there. And they'll lose their last 30. We'll take a break and be back here. 1:40 remaining in the third quarter.
Need rock, sand, fertilizer, grain, or feed hauled? Hoeing Trucking LLC has you covered. With over 25 years of experience, we deliver fast, reliable service across the Midwest. Family owned and built on trust, we move what matters, safely and on time. Call Hoeing Trucking today, 217-430-0130, or visit hoeingtruckingllc.com.
Welcome back. The atmosphere still electric. 29-23 your score with 1:40 remaining. As well, the Tigers sit in a double bonus right now. And the Cougars have just been trying to get out their own zone at their own end at this point.
Yeah, they've cut into the deficit a little bit. They were outscored in that second quarter 18-4. So the Tigers definitely made up a little bit of that ground so far in the third quarter.
Across. Burbridge runs into Gauss, no call as both players stayed up. Gauss with it now, stops. He's going to drive in, and he's going to stop. Pass it out to Bartz. Bartz thought about it. Bartz into the paint. Spin move, stops, passes it out to Gauss. Gauss goes up top, resets things, hands off to Bliven. Bliven now going to drive in. He gets in the paint, goes up, blocked by Drew Gottman. Ian Burbridge brings it up. Bliven was going to try and sneak it from behind. Sparrow chucks it out to Gottman. Gottman thought for 3. No, he'll stop. He'll hand it out to Sparrow. Sparrow will then kick it out to Burbridge. Burbridge will look, drive up, no good. Battle for a rebound. Brighton Johnson comes up with it, gives it up for Kason Bartz. Bartz will bring it up, drives into the arc, goes up and in for 2 and 1.
Yeah, Gottman tried to set his feet for the charge there. He's frustrated with the call, but the baseline referee called him for a block and 1 for Kason Bartz.
So Donovan will go out for a bit. I believe that's his third, is what I got him down for. They already shoot one. All right, it's just for and one. As here's a shot. That one up and in. Take two, turned it into three. Substitutions, real quick. As Noah Bringer comes back into the game. Brewer's going to bring it up with Oliver. He'll pass it across to Oliver. Oliver will then pass it over to Bringer. Bringer looking around, trying to find something. He's being defended by Cooper Hitt. He passes to Ian Burbridge. Burbridge into Brewer. Brewer trying to back down post. Passes it out to Oliver. Oliver on the corner. Now he's going to drive in, then up top to Gottman. Gottman for a long three. No good. Gauss goes up to the rebound. But Brewer tucks in, puts it up and in for two.
He's got 9 so far tonight.
32-25 with about 20 remaining in the third period. Cooper Hitt passes up to Parts. Parts able to get it 10 seconds. Nope, we'll get a jump ball. And possession will stay with the Cougars.
Yeah, they're going to try to run a sideline out of bounds play. Not a lot of time left. 9 seconds left.
Passes it back to Barnes. 9, 8, 7, 6. Barnes drives, stops, spins, goes for the two. Up and in for two. 1 second. Chucks it up. Oh, just a little shy of that one was Brewer. As Barnes hits a spin two to keep them ahead 34-25 as we go to the fourth quarter. As joining us now is Coach Danielle Baker. Where'd you go? Oh, there she is. As welcome, Coach. Tonight your girls really struggled. It felt like just the height and the length of the Cougars kind of got to you all, and the pressure really got to you all tonight.
Yeah, that's a great observation there. But I was a little disappointed with how we handled the press. We've had a lot of press, but we haven't really struggled like that to break the press, to get through the press. So I was a little disappointed with it in that. Overall, just too many turnovers against a really good team. And once you go down on a good team like that, there ain't no coming back. I don't care how hard you play or how well you shoot when they're that good. There's just nothing you could do.
But sometimes you need a loss like this to really wake yourselves up and everything like that, to really put yourselves through the rest of the season, though. How are you going to use this loss to really put yourselves through the rest of the season?
Yeah, we just got to forget about it and move on. We played North Shelby Friday, and there's no way playing a good team like Highland doesn't prepare you for anything that North Shelby is going to throw at you. So it is what it is. Highland's a really good team. There's a reason they had 2 state championship teams out there on the floor to be presented. So it happens like that, but we'll be ready next time.
All right, thank you, Coach, so much. I wish we had more time, but that's what happens when we get doubleheaders. That was Coach Danielle Baker, and I'm excited for what these two teams have left to offer, both these lady teams. I'm excited for what these boys teams have with the game we got right now. Caden Oliver's still looking for some more points. He still needs, as we're going to foul here, and of course the fouls start over for the teams, and that'll be Highland's first. Yep. And Highland down to only 2 timeouts. Canton still has 4. So Canton's in a little better spot, I think, with the timeouts. And I think we're getting another foul. I think this will be called on Briscoe Post, and that'll be his 4th. Yep.
Yeah, the Cougars in some foul trouble. Briscoe Post just got his 4th, and they've got a couple other starters with 3. So
that's in the Brewer. Brewer loses it, goes out of bounds. It'll be a Cougar ball. I'm going to guess Bright comes in for Briscoe Post to keep him out of foul trouble. If you want to keep Post in, he's going to get you points, but you're going to have to trust on Bright Johnson to find some ways as well. This one chucked up to Kason Barks. Barks going to drive. Then he stops at the wing on the far side of the court. Passes it up top to Galston, back to Barks. Barks looks, goes up top, then he drives into the arc. He's looking around, trying to find something. Now he's going to go over to the far side. That one's tipped by Gottman. And a foul, and I believe that'll go on Sparrow. Sparrow frustrated with that one. And Lux is going to come in for Sparrow. Passes it in right Johnson. Johnson passes it into Barge. Barge on the other side of the court now. So avoids the violation there. Clark's going to drive, stop, pass it out to Bliven. Bliven fakes the shot. He's going to drive. He stops and looks. Now he's going to pass it in. As hit goes up, no good. And Gottman comes down with the rebound. Down low pass finds Brewer. Brewer going to drive, cuts across the paint, stops, passes out to Oliver. Oliver shoots for three. No good. White Johnson on the rebound. They have kept Caden Oliver pretty quiet tonight. They've only let him get 4 points tonight. As here's a steal back the other way. Brewer up.
It's going to be
And goaltending will be called on Christopher Gauss. I believe those will go for Brewer on 2.
Yeah, it looked like the Highland bench wanted to slow it down a little bit, and that's perfectly within their right, being up by. They were up by 9, now they're up by 7. So already a low-scoring game, tough to get buckets, and if you can tick down the clock, that's definitely going to favor the Cougars.
Gauss will get the inbound from Bliven. Bliven trying to find some way to escape. Passes it to Hint. Hint's going to have wide open room. Pass it over to Gauss. Gauss going to drive. He goes up. No good. Gets his own rebound. Up and in for 2.
Nice second in for there from Gauss. He's got 5.
Brewer passes it over to Gottman. Gottman will look into Logston. Logston just on the edge of the paint. He drives in. He goes up. No good. Brewer comes flying in, trying to get the rebound and takes it out of bounds.
It's going to be a timeout from Canton.
Timeout going to be taken by Canton. What do we got? 30. We got a 30-second timeout. We'll take a break and be back here real quick.
If your school, team, business, or event needs promotional products, then you need Design It in Canton. Design It is a full custom screen printing and embroidery shop. Whether you need a couple of shirts or a couple thousand, Design It can handle the job. They have some of the best designers in the area to bring your idea to life. Come in and see them Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturdays by appointment. You can also shop their online store at designitapparel.com. That's Design It in Canton.
Welcome back. Remington Yates, Avery Olmeyer on the call. 36-27. Highland leads as they look for their second win of the season. The Tigers looking to keep building on their momentum after a big win over Schuyler County, as they will look to play North Shelby on Friday, while Highland will start our conference against Clark County on Friday. As Bartz will bring it in, brings it up. Passes to Gauss, then out to Bliven. Bliven looks in the hit. Hit goes up and in for 2. He started off struggling early in this game, got into foul trouble, and now Hint has definitely found some ways to put some points. Here comes Oliver. Stop. He's just going to chuck it up and in for 2.
Another tough bucket on one foot for Caden Oliver. He's had a couple of buckets like that so far tonight.
8 more for Oliver. That one goes out of bounds. We're gonna get a foul here on Gottman. Oh, that's Gottman's 4th here.
Yeah, Gottman is really the only Tiger.
Where's our official? What are we doing here, guys? Bliven will look to pass it in. He's got Noah Bringer in front of him. He'll pass it back to Casey Bartz. Bartz will bring it up. He's got to get around Caden Oliver, and he does. Brings it across midcourt. Now he's going to be defended by Oliver. Bart's going to get some pressure put on him. Now ball gets tipped. Logston gives it away. Logston to Gottman. Gottman stops. Looks, hands it to Oliver. It's going to be on the floor here. Who's getting the call here?
Looked like Gottman tried to set a screen, and it just got run through by number 11, Cason Bliven.
Cason Bliven getting the ball for a shove here. I thought I was afraid Gottman's night was going to be over. Because he's got 4. I'm surprised they haven't taken him out yet. I don't think you can really afford to lose Gottman. I mean, yeah, he's only been at the free throw line. That's where he scored his points. But, you know, he's the guy you're going to need in a cinch. As that one up, no good. Battle for the rebound. Casey Bartz comes up with it. 38-29. Now the other way. Bartz stops at the arch. Passes it back to Post. Post is ran out of the game. He's got to be careful as well. He's got 4. Bartz gets tipped by Gottman. Gottman going to drive. Stops. Fakes out Gauss. Goes up. Foul. And I believe that'll go on Christopher Gauss. Gauss was like, was that me? He goes, yeah, but he's like, ah.
Yeah, Gottman sent him flying on the pump fake, but then on the recovery, Gauss came back and made sure he didn't get an open layup.
Still got a lot of air on that jump, too. Coming at the line. This one up. And in. Bartz will go out. Brock Schneider will come in. Coming. At the line. Second shot up. No good. Cooper hit with the rebound, gets it across the Bartz. So who went out? Somebody went out. Loses it for a second. Bart's going to have to get rid of it. Gauss with it now. He's going to have to try and drive. He's just going to throw it up. Caden Oliver gets it now. Now he's going to drive. Pass it across. Noah Bringer drives. Stops. Goes up. 8 for 2. Highland with a timeout.
Deficit cut back down to 6 with 4:41 left.
Calls a 30, but I only got us a full, I believe, left. We got to take a full. Yep, it'll be a full timeout. We'll take a break and be back.
If your school, team, business, or event needs promotional products, then you need Design It in Canton. Design It is a full custom screen printing and embroidery shop. Whether you need a couple of shirts or a couple thousand, Design It can handle the job. They have some of the best designers in the area to bring your idea to life. Come in and see them Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturdays by appointment. You can also shop their online store at designitapparel.com. That's Design It in Canton.
Got farmland you want to rent out? Contact Austin Braunstein at B&B Farms, a local farm ran by generations of farming. Give Austin a call at 573-501-1151. B&B Farms, a proud sponsor of Lewis County Scoop Sports.
Well, Avery, we were sitting here, we're looking at the difference in the sidelines. Thomas is telling what his team needs to do, and he's yelling it. And you look at Armitage, and he's just drawing on the whiteboard. It tells you where they're at right now in the game. Canton's gotten a bit of a run. It's 38-32. Thomas wants his teams to get out and find some scoring here.
Yeah, Coach Thomas obviously not very happy with his players on the sideline.
That one
break.
tipped out by Oliver Gauss. Gauss then gets it up to Schneider. Schneider then lifts the Bartz. Bartz is going to drive it up. He's going to stop. Mid-range up. No good. Rebound hitting. No good. Post up. No. Rebounded by Brewer. And a foul is going to be called, and it's going to be on the 15 of Cooper Hinton.
Kason Bliven, Briscoe Coast, and Cooper Hinton all with 4 fouls for the Cougars, with 4:27 still to go left in the fourth quarter. So it'll be interesting to see how the foul situation shakes out for the Cougars.
Who else has got 4? Bliven? One up and in.
Bliven and Johnson are going to check in the game for the Cougars.
And foul trouble could be what causes Highland this game late. If they've let a good chunk of this game. That one up. No good. Cooper hitting with the rebound now. Is it up to Bartz? Bartz trying to get away from Noah Bringer. Pass it across to Bliven. Bliven has to reach out to get that one. Pass it across to Bartz. Bartz brings it across. Then over to Brighton Johnson in the corner. Looks for a hit, but it's picked off by Noah Bringer. Then pass across to Caden Oliver.
Yeah, Bringer just came out of nowhere on that steal.
Drives, chucks it out to Burbridge. Burbridge shoots for 3. No good. Brighton Johnson on the rebound. Passes it across to Bliven. Clinton passes across to Bartz. Bartz trying to get away from Bringer. Stops. Passes up to Bliven. Bliven to Brighton Johnson. Johnson goes up and in for 2. Are you kidding me? We are getting down to the wire. 40-33 with 3:45 remaining. Oliver with a drive. Stops. Guys up and in for 2.
It's going to be a full timeout for the Tigers.
6 remaining for Oliver to hit 1,000. And it'll be a timeout. It'll be Canton's first full. We'll take a break and be back here on Lewis County Scoop.
From feed and fuel to fertilizer and farm supplies, Farmers Co-op has what you need. Call Mike Stauffer at 660-342-6788 and let your co-op keep your farm growing strong. When fall arrives and you're searching for the perfect pumpkin, head to Autumn Harvest Farms just off Highway 24 in West Quincy. With pumpkins, family fun, and more, it's the place to be this autumn. Returning this fall. Don't miss it. Need some fuel in your car and your belly? Stop by Murphy's Gas Station in Monticello, Missouri. With a full menu and daily specials, sweet snacks, and plenty of fuel, they'll help you get through your day and to your destination. Murphy's Gas Station, just off Highway 16, Monticello, Missouri.
Well, a little bit calmer on this one. Both teams just on the whiteboard drawing. As 5-point lead for the Cougars, 3:39 remaining. Only 3 timeouts are left, and all of them are fulls. 1 for Highland, 2 for Canton.
Yeah, we still got, like you said, 3:39 left in this game. So could be one of those 3:39s that last another 20 minutes.
Living to inbound it. Pressure going to be put on by Canton. Full court press, it looks like. Slivin has the full sideline. They're getting into Johnson. Johnson going to pass it up to a wide open Burks. Burks drives, stops, gets up, in for 2. Pass up, Gobbin for 3. No good. Brighton Johnson with the rebound. Tried to get out, almost did. He's trying to find Barks. Now we're going to get a jump ball here.
Still no call. Oh, we got a jump ball.
I figured it'd be a jump ball. I didn't know if there was going to be a possible travel or what. Get the mop.
Living gets out there. He ran over.
I tell you, this kid, he's so energetic. I love this kid and how much energy
he was talking to us before the game, and he just seemed super excited to come out there and play. And he just ran over to the corner and grabbed the mop to wipe up the lane.
He's just such an energetic player. He's just, I mean, you just see the way he plays. All right, so he's stationary. He can't go anywhere. Gets it into Barks. Barks. Back's going to bring her off a bit. Pass it across the Blivin. Blivin. Pass it across the hit. Hit now loses it. Gottman has it. Gottman, look. Pass it back to Oliver. Oliver drives up. And in for 2.
Oliver has 10 so far tonight.
He needs 4. And 1 out of bounds.
Can bench is up and supporting their teammates, bringing it within 5. 2:50 left here in fourth quarter.
Gottman will inbound. Some of the Highland fans talking to Gottman. Pass it into Brewer. Brewer over to Gottman. Gottman looks. Pass it over to Oliver. Oliver looking, driving, stops, spins, can't find anything. Pass it out to Burbridge. Burbridge going to drive. Burbridge on the far side gives it out to Oliver. Oliver looking around, trying to get away from Blivin. He's going to drive. He goes up, in, they're no good. Now battle for the rebound. Brighton Johnson comes up with it, gives it out to Blivin. Blivin will now bring it up. Passes up to Hinton, over to Post. Post over to Johnson. Johnson wide open, in for 2. It is getting electric in here. 44-37. Brewer out to Oliver. Oliver loses it. Brewer's able to get it. No. Out of the ball. Jump ball going to be the call.
It's going to stay down here with the Tigers.
Brewer and Blivin battle for the free ball there, and it comes out as a jump ball. Blivin will go over, shake hands with Brewer after the good little battle they had there. A good little scuffle, it seemed like. And I think a timeout's going to be called.
Yeah, I think they're going to save the possession. It's not going to be a jump ball. They're going to say that Coach Armentrout got a timeout on.
Okay, so a timeout going to be taken. 2:07. Well, let's keep it on. Let's
stay here
a little bit. I mean, this has gotten so electric at this point. Both these teams are, Highland is just trying to keep ahead as it is. Do the math for me real quick here, Avery. How many points?
7 point.
Thank you.
Lead for the Cougars, and also Canton does have a bit of an advantage with the double bonus. Highland has 5 fouls in this quarter.
It
so
does.
Canton's 2.
But down here, Highland was defending. They kept away from getting into a foul spot right there, and he did a very good job not getting into very physical contact.
If we do get into a situation, though, where Canton is still trailing as the time winds down, they're going to want to foul, try to get the clock stopped and get the Cougars to the line. So we might see a couple strategic fouls here in the next 2 minutes.
2:07 remain. 44-37 to score. Brewer will inbound it. Pass that to Oliver. Oliver for three. No good. Brighton Johnson on the rebound. Johnson to Bartz. Bartz will pass it across to Bliven. Bliven looking to try and get out. Bliven loses it out. Burbridge with it. Shakes it across the Bringer. Bringer drives up. No good. Gauss with it now. Gauss with the Johnson. Johnson going to check it up. Wide open. Briscoe post across the Bliven. Bliven up and in for two.
Big bucket there for big bucket there for Bliven, and just about the entire gym stood up whenever he.
That was Bliven's first point of the game. As here's a drive up and in for two is Drew Chapman.
It's gonna be a timeout for Coach Armentrout.
So final timeout going to be taken by Canton. 46-39. I want to keep it here. I mean, we're not taking a break. This is getting down to the wire. 127, 46-39. Canton still has a chance at this thing. They just got to find a good run here.
Especially with the pace that that both teams have been playing at. But I'm sure that Coach Thomas in this timeout will be telling his players, slow it down, wait for the foul, try to take as much time off the clock as possible. We're already up 7 right now. It's been hard to score, as we've seen so far in this game. So
Jan's already done with theirs. They've already discussed what the game plan is. I think Armentrout already had something in play there. Looks like Bliven might be having some trouble breathing. He's taking some swings of water and everything. He's having to be kind of supported up and everything. He's not even sitting down, and he's still on the court.
Well, he ran over that mop at full speed earlier when he mopped up the lane.
Kid's been all over the place, and he finally got his first points. He's got 4 fouls. He's been all over the place, and he's been defending Caden Oliver, who is a hard player to defend.
Yeah.
And you know, I would love to see Kane get it. He just needs 4. I want to see him hit this 1,000. Bliven with it. Out the post. Post battling Brewer. Gets it up to Bliven. Bliven chucks it. Deflected. Up to Gauss. Up to Johnson. No good, but a foul. Wow, that ball was flying.
Yeah, Drew Gottman on the foul. It's going to be his 5th, I believe.
Yep, that's
going to take him out of the game.
That's Gottman's 5th, and you lose a very key player right there.
He was not going to let him get an uncontested layup, though.
I was like, what am I supposed to do? Let him score? Seven. Brighton Johnson misses. Got to make the free throws. Johnson at the line. Throws it up. No good off the rim. Briscoe post gets the rebound, though. Tries to go up. Caden Oliver with the steal here. Oliver driving. Chucks it out. Gottman. Wait, what's Gottman still doing in the game? Well, Gottman should be out of the game. Oliver chucks it in. No Bringer. Up. 3. No good. Briscoe post. Was rebound. Gottman up. In for 2. Did we miss count? Gauss with it. 46 seconds. And Burbridge gets assessed a foul. I thought Gottman had 5. Yeah, I guess if they don't say he's got 5 down there, but I swore we had him for 5. Pass in the post. Bliven goes up with it. Gives it to Johnson. Johnson tries to go up. Gets fouled. That'll be Canton's 5th foul. Ian Burbridge called for a foul.
Critical free throws here for the Cougars. Up by 5 and 30.
Well, there's Gottman's 5th, unless they just now realized that it was supposed to be 5. I'm not sure which it was, but I swore he had 5. That one up and in for Brighton Johnson. Big set of free throws here. That one no good, but Briscoe posted the rebound. Gauss tries to go up. That one gets sent up into the air. Noah Bringer with it. Passes across to Oliver. 33 seconds. Oliver brings it up. Drive. Passes it. Brewer. Yeah. Brewer goes up and in for two.
Big,
and one.
Big and one there for Brewer. Brings it back to a one possession game if they can convert.
And that Briscoe post, fifth. And that's a key player out of the game. So Brewer to the line for one. That's five.
Some confusion about the fouls.
Yeah. Cooper Hinton will go in. He's got 4. As long as we're right. This one up. No good. Caden Oliver with the rebound. 27 seconds. Oliver looks, passes it out to Sparrow. Sparrow to Bringer. Bringer looks, stops, passes it up to Oliver. Oliver drives, puts it up. No good. Brewer with the rebound.
It's going to go to the Cougars. That's going to be a big jump ball. Just 14 seconds left.
Caden Oliver down smiling. He about got trampled over. As that will be the final timeout of the game, a full timeout. What a game, and it's still not even over.
It's still not over, but yeah, the Cougars are going to want to protect possession whenever they inbound the ball here.
You just got to get it out. I mean,
you really just got to get it out, and they're going to have to get fouled by the
make
Tigers.
The free throws. I mean, Brighton Johnson will go in. Or not Brighton Johnson, sorry. My mind's everywhere. Brock Schneider. I got way too many Burrs. I got Briscoe Post, Brock Schneider, Brighton Johnson. Then I got Kason Barnes and Kason Bliven. Last year, I think it was during it was during a district playoff game. I was calling Highland versus Palmyra in the opening round of district, and I had the Bartz brothers on Highland, and I had like 2 other sets of brothers on Palmyra's, and I'm like, God help me. And all of them were on the court at the same time.
Yeah, big inbound play, though, here for the Cougars coming out of the timeout. If they can inbound this ball, it might be pretty much over and done with.
Well, in my honest opinion here, too, is, and I'll say this, if Oliver can find a way to get those last 4 points, congratulations to him. If not, well, I'll see him on Friday and when they play North Shelby. There's a foul.
I think there's some frustration from the Canton players and and at least the Canton bench, and now they're trying to fix it, I think.
So 32, Bryson Brewer with his first foul.
There was an almost immediate foul by Bryson Brewer, and some time ran off the clock.
I think they put it back on.
They did put it back on, so there's going to be 14 seconds.
That one up. No good for this Cooper Hinton. You know, this is Homer. He's sitting there on a 5-minute long review trying to figure out how much time is left.
Exactly.
Oh, my gosh. 47-43, Cooper Hinton shot up again. Caden Oliver brings it up. He's going to shoot for 3. Hey!
Very big 3 there. Still down by 2. The clock's still
1 point left for Caden
and they're going to
Oliver.
they're not going to hold the ball and get immediately fouled. It's going to be 1 second left.
1.2 seconds left. 48-46. What am I looking for here? Here we go. Caden Oliver for 3. Cooper hitting at the line. Brighton Johnson, Brock Schneider just going to get back. This one up. No good. Remains a 2-point game at 48-46 with 1.2. Brock Schneider. Or Cooper hitting at the line. Throws it up. No good. He gets some
Got his
rebound.
own rebound.
And in for two. One Highland wins the game for the first time since January 11th of 2022. The Highland Cougars have won the rivalry. Oh my goodness. Highland pulls off the sweep on an amazing game, and the crowd is electric.
Yeah, the Tigers had 3 guys in the lane with nobody else, and the free throw shooter, I believe it was Post. No, sorry, Hinton.
And after it all,
Missed the free throw and got his own rebound.
it's hugs, it's handshakes. Christopher Gauss hugging Caden Oliver, 2 really good friends right there. As Highland pulls off the win, congratulations to Coach Thomas and his crew as they are awarded the plaque, and Highland pulls the sweep. And Christopher Gauss is ecstatic. The first win against Canton in his 4-year career as a Highland Cougar, and they pulled it off tonight. For the first time since January 11th of 2022. Holy cow.
Yeah, that was some interesting theater from Christopher Gauss. He got up on top of the bench and kind of flexed with the plaque in his hand. So
you want
certainly entertaining.
Game of the year.
Yeah.
Game of the year
That was
right
a good
there.
game.
I will say it right now. That was game of the year right there. Holy cow. That came down to the wire.
Yeah, it was a great physical game by both teams, and it was like Highland at the end just wanted it more. They came out, and we were talking to some of the players before the game, and they were telling us how much they wanted this game.
Oh my goodness.
For momentum in this season, they, like you said, they got their first win just a few days ago, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the season goes.
Perfect. I'm going to get the coaches texted. Let's take a little bit of a break. Let's collect up our stats and everything here, get some finals and everything. And we will come back with the post-game show brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Let's do that. You want to run the ads there, Avery, while I get coaches texted? Sure. All righty, just go crazy. We'll be back after this.
Arnold's Funeral Homes in Canton and Lewistown have been serving the area community for 5 generations. They're thankful to be an important part of the community. They provide compassionate funeral and cremation services to the community with a focus on honoring the memory of loved ones. They also offer professional and respectful services to support families during difficult times. That's Arnold's Funeral Homes in Canton and Lewistown, family service since 1898.
Need rock, sand, fertilizer, grain, or feed hauled? Hoeing Trucking LLC has you covered. With over 25 years of experience, we deliver fast, reliable service across the Midwest. Family owned and built on trust, we move what matters, safely and on time. Call Hoeing Trucking today, 217-430-0130, or visit hoeingtruckingllc.com. Got farmland you want to rent out? Contact Austin Braunstein at B&B Farms, a local farm ran by generations of farming. Give Austin a call at 573-501-1151. B&B Farms, a proud sponsor of Lewis County Scoop Sports. Need some fuel in your car and your belly? Stop by Murphy's Gas Station in Monticello, Missouri, with a full menu and daily specials, sweet snacks, and plenty of fuel. They'll help you get through your day and to your destination. Murphy's Gas Station, just off Highway 16, Monticello, Missouri.
As welcome back, we got some finals here and everything like that. I mean, Avery, just give me some final thoughts on that game tonight.
Yeah, what a great game to watch. I mean, especially from a neutral perspective, watching both teams kind of go at it. Highland really took the initiative in the second quarter. We had them 18-4 in the second quarter. Went on a long run, 16-0, 18-0 run there at the end, just to kind of. Tigers have felt like the entire game were just trying to dig back out of that hole. Went into halftime down 11 with the Caden Oliver buzzer beater at halftime, and maybe brought them a little bit of momentum. But great job by the Cougars to hold on to the lead that they built for themselves, and gotta say they deserve it.
I can already tell you where I'm going to be on Friday night, though, for a young man's milestone. 1 point away from it. I really wanted him to get it tonight.
Right.
But it was crucial for Highland not to let him get that because that would have built some really good momentum for them. And they were just able to shut it down tonight. So I will see Canton Tigers on Friday night against North Shelby. Of course, I'll still try to cover Highland in their game against Clark County. Might try and find a student or something to come over here from Culver Stockton to take some photos and get some stats and everything for me as well. Let's take a look at the stats, though. Well, it was Canton's player who finished off with the top score, and this already tells you how much of a key player he's going to be throughout the years.
Yep. Bryson Brewer with 14 points on the night, and then Caden Oliver followed up pretty closely with 13 for the Tigers. So those are the two main contributors. Gottman got 9, and everybody else.
Gottman for 9, I had him for 7, so I must have missed one somewhere
That's
in there.
all right.
Okay, I'm missing a 2-pointer he must have made there. So, all right, there we go. So 9 points for Gottman. I mean, again, just an absolute dog of a player. Those words will forever stick out to me when describing Drew Gottman and what kind of a player he is. And I mean, he gets down. I mean, he fouled out, yes, but it was just he plays physical, he plays hard, and he's not even the biggest player on the floor.
Yeah, we talked about right before this game that both these teams had that kind of style of play.
Yes,
where they were gonna be physical. Obviously, fouls come with that. Be scrappy. That's both these teams' kind of mantra. And we kind of saw that tonight, and Highland came out with a big W. Obviously, they were very excited about that.
I think what came down to it, though, was the rebounding on tonight. I think Highland had such a big rebounding key to this game. We were just key for them, and they were able to walk away with it. I mean, Brighton Johnson had God knows how many rebounds. I wish we had, another stats person up here to track all that and everything. And Briscoe Post as well. And, of course, Post fouled out. So, there's definitely some scars from this game. But it was definitely an exciting game as Coach Thomas is coming out. I believe he's going to go down to Corey Stott first, though. But we'll see if we'll get him afterwards as well. So, yeah, he'll go with Stott first, and then we'll try and get Dalton Armentrout. And I'm sure even Dalton, he can't really, he's going to have some disappointments with how they played and everything like that. But at the end of the day, they got real close. They almost were able to keep on to their win streak they had here against Highland. But Highland was just hungry. They finally got that first win out of the way, and tonight they got their second win against Canton and just definitely were able to push ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. And we were talking with some of the Highland players before the game, and they showed that kind of initiative even before this thing even tipped off. So
and, I mean, we talked to Jaden Schumann and stuff like that. They were excited. I mean, everybody has been excited for this game. This game has been circled on my calendar weeks in advance. Even before as soon as the schedule released and I saw that where this game was, I was like, that game I'm going to be at no matter what. I'm sick pretty much. I'm sitting here dealing with probably a sinus infection or more. Who knows? My sinuses have been real bad. I'm still here. I'm calling the game. I did not care. I was going to be here for this big game. And Avery, thank you so much for joining me as well.
No problem.
This has been awesome. You've done a wonderful job. You've grown. And, you didn't really even do any broadcasts until you went to Culver Stockton. So it's kind of like you got to get thrown to the wolves, and you've done well with it, good sir.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And it's always, like I said, ahead of the girls' game, it's always great to come out and watch this game. And from a commentator's perspective, it's even better. Obviously, as a spectator, I'm usually rooting for one side. But,
yeah.
But
you're a Canton alumni, I'm a Highland alumni, but when I'm doing this stuff, I get to know both of these sides. I get to know both these kids. I get to know every single thing. I talk with the coaches, the players, all of the time, the parents. And it's just, I can't pick a favorite. Yes, my heart is always with Highland, but in this game, I could not pick a favorite, and I didn't. I tried my hardest not to. I was as fair and as unbiased as I could be. If you think otherwise, let me know, and I'll try and fix it.
No.
But no, and I mean, lots of media coverage. I mean, this was a big game for people. Two small schools in Northeast Missouri, a Class 3 and a Class 2 school going at it, and they put up a fight against each other.
Yeah, we also had a lot of people here because we had a great tribute at the
for Greg
Loxton as well. So
I'm sure he got to enjoy the game as well. And I mean, just Preston Brewer had the day off, or QU doesn't play on Tuesdays, really, unless it's like a rare game or something like that. So he was able to be in the building tonight as some of the cheerleaders waving at Avery Holmeyer. And that's a great thing. A lot of people were excited about you calling this game. They seen you up here. They're like, are you calling the game? Yeah, he's calling the game. We're going to have some fun up here tonight. And we definitely had some fun.
Yeah, it's always fun to come back to home games and see the people from high school that I went to high school with. So
And
I always get a
so,
lot of great support from the community, so I'm always thankful for that.
yeah. But no, exciting games the rest of this week. Canton goes and plays North Shelby, who they'll see probably multiple times throughout the rest of the year. And then you've got Highland versus Clark County to start their conference. And so, and in the Tony Lenzini next week, Highland and Canton go through the Tony Lenzini, might even meet each other again. We might get another one of these classic ball games.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen, and it's exciting because that is a tough tournament to play in, and it's going to be a tough battle. How about we take another break? I don't know how close he is to being done down there, but I'm kind of getting worn out and out of breath. Hopefully, Coach Armentrout can come out here and fill it up a little bit. I don't know where their locker room was. Oh, they were down below, aren't they? So let's take a break here, Avery, and we'll be back. Actually, we'll come back and we'll talk about Highland stats because we didn't really get into that, did we?
No, we didn't.
All right, we'll be back.
If your school, team, business, or event needs promotional products, then you need Design It in Canton. Design It is a full custom screen printing and embroidery shop. Whether you need a couple of shirts or a couple thousand, Design It can handle the job. They have some of the best designers in the area to bring your idea to life. Come in and see them Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturdays by appointment. You can also shop their online store at designitapparel.com. That's Design It in Canton.
This broadcast is brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, provided you're needing heating, cooling, and plumbing throughout the tri-state area. Give Blake a call today at 573-822-4284 or visit them at filupsheatingandcooling.com.
Welcome back here, and let's take a look at some stats for Highland. Your points leader on the night, Kason Bartz, just found a lot of good layups and everything tonight, and just got 13 points on the night and did an excellent job.
Yeah, overall, looking at the stat sheet, I feel like it was a very big team effort for the Cougars tonight. A lot of guys with 6, 7 points, 8 points.
Eights, I see a couple eights. Brighton Johnson, Briscoe Post. Johnson was able to get open on a lot of key plays there.
Yeah.
They just get underneath the rim and go up and in for them. I'm going to try and text some people here, try and get somebody up here for interviews and everything. We'll probably do quite a few because this game was just so exciting. And luckily we got more time now and everything. Trying to get Chris Gauss to join us because he was just so ecstatic afterwards. As all the Canton and Highland players come out, they're going to hang out with friends and family and everything, and just an exciting game overall. I'm taking a look at some more. Cooper Hinton had 9. He was the second highest scorer. The young freshman. I mean, again, you look at a freshman in Cooper Hinton, you look at a freshman in Bryson Brewer. These freshmen are just amazing to watch. There's so much fun and everything. As try and get Dalton Armentrout. He's out of the locker room now. Come on, look at me, please. I'm gonna call him. Nope. As we'll get Dalton Armentrout. He's gonna head up this way, and we'll do him first. As I think Avery, you might have a couple questions for your old coach. As Armentrout climbs on over. Coach Armentrout, welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Exciting night of basketball tonight, a really close game. I mean, it came down to the wire. I mean, just how proud of you guys were able to just stay in and come back into this game.
Yeah, I mean, we fought, we battled hard. We kind of dug ourselves a hole there in the first half. We battled back. Never really could get that stop that we needed to, pull ahead, but I'm proud of the guys, but, we'll learn from this and grow and move on and get ready for North Shelby and Harrisburg on Friday and Saturday this week.
I've already said I'm going to be there on Friday because a young man on this team is about to hit his 1,000 career points. He's 1 point away. That's the most devastating point about it. I was hoping he'd get it tonight. But, I mean, just how has Caden Oliver been as, he just grows and has been under your coaching and everything like that?
Yeah, he's this year he's kind of took on a more of a leadership role this year. I'm proud of him. He's really stepped up. He stepped up at post game tonight, and really, really proud of what he said. And we hope, sorry, Tiger Nation wasn't what we wanted, but we'll keep working and get one on Friday.
And I think this game just continues to show that this is still a rivalry game. And I mean,
yeah.
You see how Coach Thomas, he's taken over this program and how much he's improved and everything. And I mean, this team just got its first win finally. and now they're trying to build some. But you guys still have a lot to build on as well. And I mean, you guys came off the big win against Schuyler County, have a lot of momentum going into this game. And I mean, just how are you going to look to continue to build through the rest of the season?
Yeah, we got a lot of. I mean, there's still a lot of season left. Still a lot to look forward to. We're just going to get in the gym, work hard, and put our head down and go to work. I respect Coach Thomas. I'm now 0-3 against him in my career, so he does a great job. And those boys, Highland boys, they battled. They were more physical than us. They wanted it more tonight. So our boys know that, but we'll continue to work and try to get better.
Real quick, I want to talk about two more players on this team. Drew Gottman, a senior this year. I mean, the guy has just been an absolute dog for you guys.
Yeah.
And I mean, it stuck out to me after the game against Puxico last year when they just said he's a dog.
Yeah.
He's a dog, and it stuck out to me. And he is. He's not the biggest guy on that court, but he's going to battle and he's going to fight.
Yeah, for sure. He's gonna give you 110%. He may not score, but there's other things he does on the court that helps us win. He goes hard. He gives us his heart, and that's all we can ask for. And kind of a little slow starts to the season, but he's starting to pick it up as the season goes, and right time.
Last one, Bryson Brewer, the freshman, just continuing to show out. He led the whole game tonight with 14 points. I mean, how has this kid just been a great addition for your program so far?
Well, I mean, he's a little slow start as well, trying to catch up to speed to the varsity level. But, he's not playing like a freshman anymore. He's playing more like a junior, senior. And we expect that of him. And we have high standards and high expectations for him and the team. And this one hurts tonight, but we'll get back at it tomorrow.
Well, thank you, Coach, for joining us here. And, I'll see you on Friday night against North Shelby.
Yep, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. As now we'll get Coach Thomas after he gets done being interviewed by David Sharp, another writer in the area and everything like that. I mean, just a lot of press here tonight and everything, Avery, and just, you heard it here. I mean, a lot of these guys have just been, now the seniors, they have grown so much and everything, and now have taken up a big leadership role, and the freshman has really stepped up this year.
Yeah, I'm sure that these guys in the locker room will take this as a learning experience, like you said, and it's a good experience, especially in a rivalry game. It kind of simulates that kind of postseason atmosphere. I know that in the postseason you can't really replicate it because it's do or die in the postseason. Yeah. But this is just about as close as we get to that kind of atmosphere.
Yes, because when it comes down to a playoff atmosphere and a playoff game, it is you need to win this, and both teams needed to win this because they wanted this game so badly, and so they just battled and everything. And we saw some really good battles between players and everything, and they've just done a great job tonight.
Yeah.
Well, Coach Thomas is still talking. Honestly, Avery, this has been a great night. Honestly, yes, the girls' game I think was a lot. It wasn't the way we were expecting it to go. We thought that game was going to go a little different. But it just shows how much Highland has improved from last year and everything, and how they've grown. And so now they'll look to build on and move on in their time, and they're going to look to put this behind them, but learn from it still and find ways to move on.
Yeah, Highland has put together a very good squad this year, and I think everybody in the area pretty much recognizes that. They have done a great job, and they kept a lot of the talent they had from last year. They were a very, very good squad last year, and like Coach Baker said, Highland just recently won a couple state titles, so
yeah,
you don't do that without very good athletes.
Softball,
that's what they had.
Yeah, softball last year finally tying up the cross county there, where now both teams have 2 apiece. But Lewis County, Missouri has 4 state titles in softball,
and all in pretty recent memory as well.
Oh yes, I mean the earliest one was 05.
05 for Highland.
The first one to do it. Then Canton was you probably know the years better than me.
17 and 19, I believe. Yes.
19, I believe, was the most recent one until Highland. Until Highland last year, going all the way through. And so, they didn't come up with it again this year to take the lead on it. But again, and even then, the softball games between Highland and Canton, great games. I mean, just so much fun to watch. They're close all the way through. It's just, eventually one team finds a way to break through, and they definitely do that. As Coach Thomas is going to make his way up here, we'll turn back on our wireless microphone system as he makes his way over. George. Is Coach Thomas going to climb over like he's a wrestler? As Coach, welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Phillips Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. You guys have finally got the win. You broke the streak the first time since January 11th, 2022. I mean, just how exciting was it for you guys to pull off the win, especially
So proud of our guys. I'm incredibly proud of our guys. And this is what I told them in the locker room. I said, this is why I'm on you every day. This is why. This is why we're here.
Yeah.
This is why I demand that you practice hard. This is why I demand that you come in the gym and we get shots up. This is why I demand you sit in the stance and we guard and we. So all of those things. And this is where it pays off in games like this. But just incredibly proud of those guys. Unbelievable effort. Case and Bliven, unbelievable defensive effort. I think he scored 2 points, but he was by far our player of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, the Oliver kid's he's an extremely good player, great shooter.
We were talking to Bliven before the game, and he pointed to that number. We had 14 down on for Caden Oliver. He pointed to that number. He said, we're not going to let him do that tonight. Yeah. He was very excited before the game.
And that was one of our major emphasis. Like, we can't. Everything runs through him. I mean, he's a great player.
Yes.
And everything runs through him. So let's try and take him out as much as we can out of the game. Case did an outstanding job. He couldn't breathe at the end. Like, we got to pull him out.
We brought that up.
He's over there huffing and puffing like, oh, just get 30 seconds here. Sit down. And
I couldn't believe that kid was winded in all my time ever watching him play. I've never seen him that winded before.
What? That's how hard. And that's what I told him. That's how hard you have to play. That's what everybody has to look like at the end of the game. That's what everybody has to look like. That's how hard you have to play. You can't be able to breathe. That's just so. That's where we're headed, I hope. That's where I hope we're trending and headed that direction.
Case and Barks leads the scoring with 13, but almost everyone was able to find a way on the scoring. Brighton Johnson was able to find himself wide open underneath the rim a few times.
Those were huge buckets. I mean, absolutely huge late in the game. Those are the ones you like to have because you broke the press. You get it because they were turning around and they were coming right back at us.
Yes.
And I mean, they were getting downhill on us and we were in foul trouble. So we're trying not to foul. So we're trying to give them enough space. We don't foul, but we can't give them a layup either. And so we were kind of in that, and we were short a little bit on the bench tonight. So, we made about one more play than they did, in all honesty. So,
what makes me excited for the next few years are two freshmen, Cooper Hinton and Bryson Brewer. Yeah. That's going to be fun matchup to watch almost every year.
Absolutely, that'll be. Hopefully over the next 4 years, we grow that sucker and this rivalry keeps going. And so it'll be fun. Like I said, just watching those guys grow, watching Cooper grow and kind of the steps he took tonight and the way he grew, just super proud of that kid.
How about the senior Christopher Gauss? He was ecstatic and just so happy to have finally beat Canton in his years here. He got up on the chair.
One of the best scenes at the end of the game this year. So
I didn't see what was behind me. I saw Cooper and a Cooper score, and I kind of took a step, and I got hit from behind. Now, I didn't know what it was, but I mean, I got nailed, and I turned around, it was Chris in a bear hug. Has me in that bear hug. And so I didn't know what it was, but he was going crazy. And again, just super happy for Chris because 4 years and fighting and being here. And so, one thing I told him in the locker room, I said, it's a great win. And now we carry it on. Like, we got to keep the momentum going on the next step. What's the next step? No letdown, that sort of stuff. So we get back at it tomorrow and see what we can do.
You got Friday against Clark County, started the conference. You're finally back in the Clarence Canton Conference, and then the Tony Lenzini. I mean, just what are the biggest steps to get ready for this upcoming?
Well, Friday's a big game because now you're talking conference, and let's get a win in the conference, and let's start it out right and being on top of the conference. So, we'll go back to practice. We'll work on some late game pressure situations. So let's put you in a little pressure and let's. So we'll work on that. That was little things, little things that we don't know. We don't understand. I was telling Corey the ball, they score with 6 seconds left or something like that. And we grab it and throw it in. Now all we got to do is stand there, and just hold on to it. We don't understand that. We've not been in that situation. We don't understand that. So we're all, we're excited and we're whatever. So those are all things that we're going to work on, practice. We'll talk about, watch the film, and we'll show it. So just, again, learn and keep moving forward.
Auburn Trout gave us a fun little stat. Apparently, he's 0-3 against you. So that's what he said.
Okay.
But I mean, just the coaching matchup between you two was just so interesting to me. I mean, you're coming here first year at Highland, but you've been in this area before and everything, and he's got a lot of years of experience here as well. I mean, I thought the coaching battle was incredible tonight.
Yeah, it's we go back. Oh heck, I'm not even sure how far. He was at I was at Community, and he was at little tiny school. I forget now.
They went to a state. I think they went to a state.
Yeah,
team,
he took
but
the girls to state.
I can't think of what the
little
school's
tiny
called.
school. I've lost it off the top of my head over there by Boonville. And we would play them, and so yeah, we go back, and then it's a good time.
Well, Coach, I thank you so much, and congratulations on the win and everything. Highland gets the sweep here tonight.
Absolutely.
And so
Congratulations.
we will see you at the Tony Lanzini. We will be broadcasting all
good.
the games, which I got 4 games on Monday.
Sounds
so
good.
I'm going
There
to
you
be
go.
worn out on Tuesday.
There you
But
All right, sounds good. Appreciate it.
yep, thank you. That was Coach Matt Thomas. For Remington Yates, Avery Olmeyer, we are done here tonight, and we got to get packed up and out of here. And Corey Stott from KMEM Radio down here, he's ecstatic. And that'll do it for us here. Good night, everybody. Safe travels, and we'll see you.